Let's go.
Welcome, people, once again. You know what you're here for. You're here for this good old wrestling podcast called the No Sell Podcast. I am Dean, sitting across from me, as always, in the good old state of Florida. Oh, see, now I'm not even.
Let's go.
Now it's I was about to put you over.
Acknowledge
the good old state of Florida.
Acknowledge me.
Now it's just Gio. See, I was going to put you over. How can you say acknowledge you and then you do the Kenny?
Because I'm a hybrid, baby. I'm a hybrid.
That's
I'm
disgusting.
I'm a hybrid.
Ugh.
Listen.
You fucking listen. You Now, God, we had a perfect pre-production, and then you start off with your fucking bullshit. God damn, it's too early in the afternoon.
I went off script.
Ugh, disgusting.
I pipe bombed you. I pipe bombed
you. Jesus Christ. So you know what? Now here's the thing. You know, we were talking a little bit. You haven't seen the Dark Side of the Ring Chris Kanyon episode that was recently out.
I have watched basically all of them except the Plane Ride from Hell and the Chris Kanyon.
Let me tell you,
Chris Canyon's a little. It's like,
bro, it's spicy because he not only did he have a bipolar disorder, but then the whole time I'm listening to it, I'm wondering like, was that a byproduct of him wrestling, but him hiding who he was about being gay and stuff like that? Like, did that cause it? Because when you're watching, and I'm not going to give too much spoiler alerts, but little spoiler alerts, he has some true aggressive and angry ass bouts against James Mitchell, who was his manager at the time and his friend and the only person who even knew about this. And he used to like beat the shit out of him and choke him out. Like it was crazy. And then I do want to say one other point. Then I'll let you go and do your thing, but. The people out there talking about they're mad at John Cena or they're attempting to cancel whatever the fuck it is.
Why are they trying
You can't. First of all, when you listen to what John Cena said, Chris Kanyon was a wrestler, but it's WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, and he was missing the E. And I don't give a damn what no one says. I think Chris, watching this, my heart goes out to him. I liked watching him growing up, but let's be honest, he was never the most entertaining individual. So, once he kind of went through his shtick, Let's not all kid ourselves. I think sometimes we like to, we see certain things like, oh no, they were the best. Were they really? Because if they were the best, he would have stayed in WWE because the fans would have recognized him as such. You see what I mean? Like they would have put him in his place, but none of us really connected with him on that heavy of a level. And the reason was because, not for nothing, he was a good wrestler, but as an entertainer, he never really connected like that with people. I don't think. And I think that I'm correct. Not to say that he was bad; he was a beast. But when you're around other alpha males, somebody's got to be the beta.
And I can see why John Cena got heat, because here's why. Chris Kanyon, he was a very technical wrestler. From what I remember, he could move in the ring, right? John Cena said what Vince has an eye for when he was on Howard Stern all those years ago is like, if that technical ability, and Chris didn't have that. He said Chris was just another guy in spandex. Which he was in the WWE. He was just there. Which is I'm not gonna say it's all his fault, but anyone that came from WCW, Vince did not. He buried them. The only one that came back and did their thing in their, and then he's in trouble now, was Ric Flair, because when they had the WCW and everything like that, even they fucking buried Diamond Dallas Page.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue too crazy on that, but here's the thing: when you look at somebody like Booker T's career.
That's different. There's outliers. You have to remember.
Right.
Name someone else. Like that was the only outlier. I can't name another.
But then, But here's my thing though. In the sense of, if they tried to bury all the WCW guys, then Booker T would have never got over. I think what happened was WWE does what WWE does, and it's like, you come over here. This is the system, and this is what we're going to ask you to do. We're going to ask you to do a few different things to see what your range is. And then while you're seeing what your range is, we're going to see how you connect with the people. Look at what they did to AJ Styles compared to what they did to these people. What's truthfully the difference? You see what I mean? Like, for instance,
Chris Jericho as well.
But then even though Jericho came over prior, but yeah, look, Chris Jericho as well. Look at how they treated the Radicals. Trust
The
me.
Radicals. That sounds familiar. Fuck, who are they? The Radicals.
The Radicals had Chris Benoit. They had Eddie Guerrero.
Yes, the Radicals.
And they
Yeah,
had
I forgot
Perry
they were called
Saturn.
that.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Fuck. Look at what happened when
The
they brought in the
Rapid
ECW
Wolverine,
talent. Yeah. So like WWE isn't gonna do. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, they may have you do a few other weird things for whatever fucking reasons they have in there. But listen, man. You can't argue when you look at Booker T's career. And yeah, could you say that Booker T could have been better? Excuse me, not that he could have been better, but like, could they have treated him better in certain regards than that main event picture, especially that feud with Triple H? Of course, but then Triple H was burying everybody.
Triple H was burying everyone.
So there was the only person people who's putting over were motherfuckers in Evolution. Everybody else had to get eaten.
Booker
but
T,
then,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but then hold on, excuse me 1 second. When we look at modern day, and then you see Roman Reigns. Not that Roman Reigns is burying people, but he's eating everybody, right? So what are we talking about?
The thing about Booker T is like I feel like he's that outlier. Ooh, I'm bougie. I had some sparkling water, but Booker T is the outlier because you could give him chicken shit and he makes it into chicken salad. He literally was a black dude who was acting like a king and royalty with a fake accent. And guess what? We all fucking ate it up. It was the greatest thing. We have Eddie Guerrero as well.
Well, that's the thing, though. Entertainment. You speak about and that's what Chris Kanyon was really missing. Let's be honest. Keep it. I gotta ask you this question here, Gio.
Okay.
So now, the only feud that I truthfully remember with Chris Kanyon is when he was brought in as Diamond Dallas Page's kind of lackey when he was beefing with The Undertaker and Kane. Now, let's think about this for a second. In this whole equation, right? You know the story. You got The Undertaker. His wife was getting stalked by DDP, right?
Yep.
Obviously, Kane is coming in because he's backing up his brother, The Undertaker. Now, DDP chooses Chris Kanyon for reasons that none of us can even remember, reasons none of us truly care about. Chris Kanyon was truthfully a non-factor in the whole thing. And then he was just another nameless face. And then let's be honest about something else. He was the most replaceable one.
Yes.
You could have put anyone else in that, and then maybe you get something different, a different kind of feel. But
it's
something
like
else.
Perry Saturn, he looked the part, he could move, but there was no personality. And I'm agreeing with you.
It makes you don't give a fuck, you know?
I agree. I'm agreeing with you with all this stuff. I'm not arguing. I don't personally think that Perry Saturn is Chris Kanyon. I don't think where he was in his career, he was WWE quality in the sense of like, he could take it to the next level because that point, his character, who he was, even leaving WCW, he was just kind of that mercenary, just not talking. He didn't have the personality. It only works with certain people because they could wear it on their face. Like when the Shield first came out, when you saw like Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley, known as now, and you saw Seth Rollins and you saw Roman Reigns, it's the art of like, remember Bane, Tom Hardy when he played Bane?
Yes.
That motherfucker, you couldn't see him move his mouth, but the way his eyes, and like you felt it. And like Paul Heyman now, when they're wrestling and his manners, he's not doing much, but he's doing the most.
You know who's a good example of someone who isn't that outwardly crazy or whatever the case may be, but does what they need to do when it comes to being entertaining. And that's why when I'm hearing certain things that people are saying about Chris Kanyon, I'm just kind of like, y'all are dragging it.
Yeah.
Look at Daniel Bryan.
Boom.
That's the perfect example of a motherfucker who, no disrespect, he's not bland, but he's a little bland. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing like it's nothing really impressive about Daniel Bryan, but then everything's impressive about Daniel Bryan. You understand what I mean?
He has that
like
cool,
not only
too cool for school vibe, but like,
but then he's not. But then like, don't get me wrong, in the squared circle, he's a savage, right? Second to damn near none. But then even when you get him on a microphone or he has to be entertaining or put in weird spots. Look at Team Hell No. Look at how he was as a heel. Look at how he was as a babyface. He's still entertaining, and this is a guy self-proclaimed like, I'm a pretty boring dude. Yeah. But he was able to understand what he needed to do to connect with the fans. Like look, the fact that he decided to say, and this is true shit, Daniel Bryan is really about saving the world, the earth. He'll compose fucking health shit, all that shit about that shit. Then he turns it on some heel shit, like you motherfuckers have destroyed the world. And people are like, well, fuck you. After just saying you were the best dude like a year and a half ago, 2 years. Like, and this is someone, if you listen to him in regular interviews, or you see it, or you see him outside of his wrestling persona, you really see that he's a regular dude, and it's like, oh, you're not that. There's nothing crazy about him.
That's why. So, listen.
But then look at Chris Kanyon. He's like 6'1". Like,
there's a difference.
I get it that he's a good wrestler, but he was not a good personality.
Here's the thing with Daniel Bryan is like, so he checks all the boxes. Like he's not great at anything, but he's above average in everything. So you know what I mean? So like he has that well balance. It's like you can't put your finger on it. What is it? It's like, but he's not great but he's above average at everything.
His in-ring work, right? His ring work, we can say, is great. We can't say he has that.
Yes,
right? Telling the story.
Yes, he does. And that's above average. There's a difference between great and above average. He's above average at that. And it looks great is because everything else is up to par. When everything is the same level.
Are we seeing the beginnings of a Gio heel turn?
No. For example, look at Deontay Wilder, the boxer. He has that right hand from hell. He's knocked out everyone except Tyson Fury, and he didn't knock out Bavern Stern the first fight. With that,
R.I.P. Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah, perfect example. There we go. You watch the fight, Alexander Usyk. He is above average at everything. He is the most.
I didn't know he was that good.
Oh, he won the Olympics the same year as Anthony Joshua did in 2012. He won it at heavyweight, which is like the 205 in the Olympics, and then Anthony Joshua won super heavyweight. They both won it the same year.
Okay.
And Alexander Usyk, he unified all the cruiserweight belts. Cruiserweight is 199 and lower. He moves up to heavyweight in 3 fights. Beats the #1 heavyweight and unifies all the heavyweight championships. And you look at this guy's like, he's big, but he's not big enough to be a heavyweight. He doesn't have crazy.
Hold on, I'm sorry, excuse me. And I'm sorry, wrestling fans, we're just gonna get in the boxing for a hot second, but we'll hop back out.
No.
But just one quick, because you said he unified everything, but doesn't Tyson Fury have a title right now?
That is the ring championship, and I don't know if that counts. Here's what I mean is like, so remember, there's
Put the sprinkle in there,
Yep. So, and I like Tyson Fury, and I love Tyson Fury, but he's the only champion that I know of that is the greatest of all time that hasn't defended a belt. Second, Alexander Usyk, and what I'm getting to is like, you see him,
Are you throwing shade at Tyson Fury?
No, I'm not. He left the game because of mental health issues, and I respect that. But his body of work has shown how great he is, but he didn't defend the belt. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you. Okay, I hear you. You're right. But
it's not like a Conor McGregor thing where he wins the fucking championship and then goes and gets his ass beat by Floyd, and then he never defended it. He won the 45 title and the 55 title, and he's like, nah, I'm not defending any of them. So you can't.
I thought he did defend it.
He didn't. He got the 45 strap, went up to 55, won that, and he vacated the 45. He got the 55 and went and fought Floyd Mayweather, came back, wasn't the champion anymore. Khabib was the champ. Remember?
He was the highest paid athlete last year. I know that much.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
But back to what I was getting with with Bryan Danielson.
And Chris Kanyon,
name. Alexander Usyk is above average in everything. So it's almost like there's no chink in his armor, because everything around it is from the personality of who he is, his fight IQ. Right. He's a lefty. Same thing with Bryan Danielson. That man is above average everything. And what is the icing on the cake? What you see is what you get. If you see him in person, you can relate to him. So if you can relate to someone, you cheer for them. You could cheer for The Rock because he makes you feel a certain way, and then you could hate him even more because he makes you feel a certain way. But you can't truly hate Bryan Danielson as a heel either, because this motherfucker is so likable even as a heel because he is so relatable and such a good guy.
I respect that. I respect it. And I like that.
And that going to Raw now, someone that
hold on. Before we put the ball in there, I just want to say one thing, because ultimately you could be the babyface, And I have no problem telling these motherfuckers what they really need to know. What Gio basically tried to say was that while Chris Kanyon was a good wrestler, his entertainment skills were fucking severely lacking. We're not stating that Chris Kanyon wasn't a good guy. We're not stating that he wasn't a good wrestler. But any of you motherfuckers who have an issue with what John China said,
John China,
whatever you want to call him, the people of John, if you have an issue with what he said about Chris Kanyon not being an entertainer, I just have to state that you need to stop putting people over where they were in real life. It was what it was. It was a reason why when he left, you didn't see none of you. Listen, if you motherfuckers cared that much, you would have started petitions. Y'all would have started fighting, saying we want Chris Kanyon back. They would have brought him back for a storyline. We've seen WWE do it before, but y'all stayed quiet. So what I want y'all to do now is keep your motherfucking mouth silent. Now, continue on with Raw.
I'm going to finish this. Dark side of the ring is the cancel culture of wrestling.
That's interesting take. But before we segue, I do want to say one thing. Shout out to Eli Manning. The Giants are retiring his jersey today. Right now, the Giants losing 6-7 right now to the goddamn Falcons. But don't worry, we're gonna finish out this game strong.
What the fuck is
shout out to Eli Manning?
What is football? Who the fuck watches football?
You didn't say that.
I did. I played football in college.
Tell me you did not just say that.
Yes. I have not watched football or like followed football since Madden 2013.
And guess what, Gio? Football don't miss you either. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right? Fuck you. Fuck you. And don't try to come for my joy because I got to watch this fucking Drek. That's what I had to watch. Some fucking Drek. Yeah. For the people. Fuck all this nonsense. Some of this shit was all right, but a lot of this shit was some fucking bullshit. It was a chore this week.
You talk about Monday Night Raw was a chore?
I'm talking about the whole damn thing, and this is what I mean.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Listen, certain segments were hitting
like a sailor right now. How dare you?
I have a question.
This was one of the best.
If you want to talk about, listen, I said the whole damn thing because fucking you want to talk about SmackDown. The only thing worth a goddamn on SmackDown is Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. Because let's keep it honest, the Demon, whatever the fuck he wants to come down, Finn Balor deciding to fucking take the crayon and draw on himself is gonna get smashed by fucking Roman Reigns. You want to know why? Because you didn't build him up to face Roman Reigns. Matter of fact, they're not building anyone up to really truly face Roman Reigns in a real true fashion. What's happening? Who's getting built? He's gonna run through them all. You feel it. That's why when you saw the bloodline go against the New Day, you knew what was gonna happen. You knew it was gonna smash him. He was gonna pass him. And then, even though Bobby Lashley laid everyone out, we got to continue to keep Roman strong. I'm not mad at it. But then, what the fuck do we see? What do we see? We see Bobby take the L, even though he laid everyone out prior. This is what I'm trying to tell you, is that when I'm watching WWE, I understand making people strong, but you got to build people up. And when you have 222 people on the roster, you can feed people to the ones that you want to make a legitimate challenger. There are very few legitimate challengers that we're watching here. So sometimes when I'm watching this shit, it just feels like motherfucking Drek.
Are you done?
For now.
All right, okay. Just like we thought, we thought we were fucking geniuses 2 weeks ago. We were like, they're gonna line up Bobby with Brock, or they're gonna have Roman face Brock. Okay, the Crown, all this stuff. We thought we knew everything, and then they threw Big E in the mix. We don't know what they're going to do with any of this. Them doing what they did with Big E shows we really do not know what WWE has up their sleeves. We thought that Bobby Lashley was gonna face Roman or whoever the case is because of the draft and all this stuff. Big E has thrown the biggest monkey wrench in all of this. So I can see Roman Reigns dropping the title to Finn Balor. If you can't see it, then you need some fucking glasses, because here's why. WWE it seems like they are in the spot of surprises now. And I'm not going to say it's because of AEW or anything like that, but they need something to revitalize it. If you think I'm crazy, really? Did you expect Big E to cash in on Bobby Lashley? Did you expect Big E to cash in on Bobby Lashley? Yes or no?
You're fucking. Listen, Gio. Listen, Gio. I love and respect you. You're right. I did not expect Bobby Lashley to have the Money in the Bank cashed in on by Big E. But here's one thing we did know for the longest time, that it has been reported that WWE was looking for a way to bring Big E to Raw to shake up their main event scene. We know that that was reported.
That was like
so
that
hold
was
on,
half a year ago. Half a
You're
year
right,
ago.
but they were looking for a way, and then they found the way. But now here's one other thing though. When we talk about the Finn and the Balor, do you think for 1 second? Because remember, WWE did that shit on Raw with Big E because one, you had two big ass stars, and Monday Night Football is back. Let's not forget that how WWE plays when football season comes around, they're shooting out the hints. Now, when we look at Finn Balor, with Crayon Balor, no disrespect, like it, but here's the issue: if he beat the tribal chief Roman Reigns, it makes no sense. There is nothing to gain from that, especially when you got Brock Lesnar right around the corner. Finn Balor beats Roman Reigns to get somehow put in that picture between Roman and fucking Brock. Let me tell you something. This isn't Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, and the Big Show. Finn Balor ain't ready for the big boys yet, and it's not Finn Balor's fault he's not ready for the big boys. We spoke about it prior. You got to build people up. That's what I'm trying to state is that, listen, I'm not stating that I don't like Big E in the main event scene. My issue is that you need it. Why weren't you feeding him people? After he lost to Apollo Crews, we should have seen Big E eating motherfuckers. No matter if he was in just one-on-one competition in the ring, maybe some small feuds, but we should have been knowing like, oh, he's on some shit right now. So that way, when you have now insert him going against the Almighty, because the Almighty was fucking impenetrable, impenetrable before, and now you got the tribal chief. Now you want a little luster. Or if you're gonna have fucking the Demon King coming in there, whatever the fuck he is, the Prince, whatever the fuck he is, Crayon Balor coming in there, let's fucking start feeding him some fucking people. Like that's why Damian Priest looks so good.
Maybe they start now, and this is fucked up. And I know maybe he does beat Roman Reigns. Hypothetically, I agree with you to a certain extent. They
we pimping backwards?
Let me finish. We didn't expect this to happen with Big E. What I'm saying is it's possible. It is possible that they're like, you know what? Let Finn Balor get this win. Or even to save face with Finn Balor, they have Roman Reigns win by cheating, like doing some heel shit. It'll save him. The same way that Bobby Lashley got saved. Remember what we were saying is like Big E cashed in. And then he was like beat up already. So it's like, okay, he was already kind of compromised and all that. And even this week in the main event, Bobby looked like he was about to win, and then Roman Reigns won with the chair and everything like that. So it all saves face with everyone. I'm not saying that Finn Balor will take the title. I did say that. I retract that to this because now it makes sense to me. I don't see Roman dropping the title, but I see them saving face with Finn Balor with some type of tomfoolery or win or loss. Even like
why?
Why?
No.
Because they're trying because of the draft. They have to build new stars and stuff like that. So even if it's say like the Usos fuck over Finn Balor somewhere, or even if they do some surprise shit, they pay Lesnar. Lesnar's like, nah, I want to fight Roman Reigns for the title, and he does some fuck shit to Finn Balor, like F5s him and then has Roman win. You know what I'm saying? So it saves face for him because he technically didn't lose. It's like the Bobby Lashley thing.
Here's my issue is, at least in this regard with certain of this, is it comes down to this, right? Hold on.
Did that make sense though? Do you see what I'm
saying? It does. No. I see what you're saying, but this is what, and I could see that happening, and this is what bothers me.
I gotta take the shirt off.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I don't give a fuck what you do. That's your wife. You gotta clear that shit with her. Now here's the thing. That truthfully bothers me about the whole equation because I can really see that happening. We're pimping backwards, and what I mean by that is why unnecessarily feed Roman Reigns, Finn Balor when you eventually want to make him a worthy competitor. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to put him in that scene. Right now, it doesn't mean nothing. I know what people say sometimes. You can be in a main event picture and you can lose and you can still get the rub. But this is not one of them situations. Like my dick does not move for Finn Balor and the Demon. Doesn't move for Finn Balor in the main event scene. For the Intercontinental title, United States, I feel him there. But if you want to have him break the upper echelons, you gotta fucking do something to make me give a fuck or actually think he can fucking beat this motherfucker.
The only reason it's gonna, like, I agree with you, like how they're doing with Damian Priest right now. That man, like he looks like ooh, that guy can do something. Like, right, he's right where he needs to be. Right, you can see the star power in him. You see where he's at. Right, it's like when AJ Styles came from TNA. You're like, oh, you see something. Let's not put him in the main event spot right away, but you see that.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yes. I think why they could get away with it is because the draft is coming up. They could do some fuck shit like this with Finn Balor, like he gets beat up and stuff like that, is because of the draft. It leaves unanswered questions, so it almost leaves the aura of Finn could have done it, but X, Y, and Z happened. The draft happened, or someone interfered. It's the perfect scenario, just like the perfect scenario with Bobby Lashley when he lost the title. He lost it because he has to finish that stupid speed search storyline with Goldberg. And also they wanted to get Biggie in the main event picture. And they have to have Goldberg win, but they don't want to give him the title again. So I understand it saved face.
Which also pisses me. Like, that's what, like, it's, yes, it's, you're right. Let's just get into it. Because
wait, what'd you say? Wait, what'd you say?
I said, yes, it saves face.
No. You said I'm what?
You're right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You always like, nah. You just like my wife. You just want to disagree.
No, I don't. I'm just stating some of this shit is fucking ridiculous. But so listen, you have a great match, starting out, the New Day comes out, Big E talks. You can see the people are loving Big E. They're loving the New Day. They're loving this moment. And I'm not mad at it. I just wish that they listen. I don't disagree. I just wish that they would have fed some people to Big. I just wanted Big E to eat before he start eating the bigger motherfuckers. Like, let him gain some momentum. So then when he's like, oh yeah, he's got it. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, it's E. You see what I'm saying? But whatever. So listen, you had that match between the Bloodline and the New Day. That was one hell of a match. All six of these gentlemen get after it. It does bother me we getting this a little bit early, especially with SummerSlam around the corner. But whatever, listen, I guarantee that they're booking for the future. Great match, but obviously Roman Reigns and the Bloodline wins. But Lashley comes in and he fucks everybody up.
Yeah.
I love this Bobby Lashley. Like, let me tell you,
angry Bobby Lashley, right? He lost. Like, I lost my title. No, I didn't lose it. They robbed me of that.
They robbed me, and since you robbed me, I'm gonna. You know what's gonna be great? I want to see, and it sucks because it didn't happen, right? Because they had to tie off this shit with fucking Finn. Oh, what if Bobby Lashley interferes and fucks up not only Roman Reigns, and he fucks up Finn Balor? He's got to fuck everybody up. Like, he just doesn't fuck up Roman. He's just like, you motherfuckers stole from me. I'm stealing from everybody. And then what if, because I don't want to see him and Big E too soon. Like, build that rematch. Give me that rematch you know what I'm saying?
And it works too. It's funny because Bobby's not the best speaker on the mic, so when he's all pissed, he goes to Sonny Deville and all of them like that. Because he's angry, Bobby, it works out. Give me that match. Like, it works perfectly.
Give me what I want.
Yeah, it's like works with his personality.
Give me what I want.
Yeah,
give me what I want.
Or like Brock, remember he screams like a little girl.
Yeah. Now listen, all right. Then after that, I'll be honest with you. So then after we have that match, you got Bobby. What happened?
Then we got Doudrop and Eva Marie next, right?
We speed search that, but then also
no. But there's a perfect point that happened. I think finally Doudrop is going to be her own person, because it was they even said it's the end of the evolution. She beat her again, beat her ass, did what we said she needs to do. Big bitches need to beat up skinny bitches, and that's exact. And I say with all respect,
listen,
and it's not a disrespectful term at all.
Big
like when I see Umas, I'm like, ooh, that's a big bitch. You know what I mean? It don't matter. Bitch is universal in our world.
Big
But she beat Eva Marie's ass, and Eva Marie played it the best way she could. Acted, did the whole heel thing, trying to run away, and Doudrop showed that no, this is what I'm here for. And they need to just speak after that. That's all I got to say.
I speed search that shit. But then also what I'm telling you is that I'm getting a little sick of is that what I don't need every time. I don't need every time Riddle talks that you treat him like the stereotypical stoner. Not every fucking time. Certain times you can take it every now and then, but not every fucking time do I need to hear, but Randy, so then you're going to do this and Randy, you're going to do that. Like, no. Don't treat him like that because Riddle's a fucking killer. You see what I'm saying?
He's also 36 years old.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like there are certain times where it's acceptable. Certain times.
Look at Rob Van Dam. Do that. That's perfect. Rob Van Dam was a stoner.
You know what I'm saying? And you didn't treat him like that. So all right. So then now we go on. You didn't speed search Eva Marie and Doudrop, but I sure enough did. And it wasn't because
this match. We were talking about this.
Wasn't because of Doudrop.
Oh no, we're talking about Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler.
Well, no, we had the Randy Orton match first.
Oh fuck yeah, you're right.
So then you had Randy Orton with Riddle,
AJ Styles, yep,
and AJ Styles and Omos. And let me tell you,
I'm over it. I knew it would have been a good match, but here's why. Mm-hmm. It's the same. It's the Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest effect. Yo, you're just
give me something
dudes. Yeah. Why are you lost your title? It's over with. AJ, you need to move on to greener pastures or something. It's a dead horse. It's a dead horse.
I think it is. I think that AJ Styles and Omos are the perfect two candidates to possibly go to SmackDown. And I think that they want to keep them somewhat strong and fresh in that main event picture. But honestly,
but you're not looking strong if you're taking L's all the time.
Yeah, but it's the Randy Orton and Riddle. So I'm just using WWE logic.
Yeah,
because you can't. Because sometimes, like, listen, I told people, everybody thinks like, oh yeah, he just fucking loves the WWE. I fucking like good wrestling. I am partial to WWE, but I will say when the shit is giving me a fucking headache.
And this match as well, Randy Orton came in keto Randy because this week he came in shredded as fuck. I was like, geez, 1 week he eats carbs, the 1 week he doesn't.
Randy looks ridiculous. Randy is a savage, and I'll leave it at that. Now you got the next match, which I did not dislike. I was kind of in, and I was a little upset at myself for getting into it. What I mean by that is like, because the storyline itself was tiring to me, but then when I finally got to see them two go at it, and then what sold it for me was the finish and the ending, and then hearing Nia scream, and you got Shayna sitting there. Like, I'm hoping this is what I want, Gio. Let me tell you what I want from Shayna. Let's
eyebrows.
feed Shayna a little bit.
Eyebrows.
No, listen,
I want eyebrows.
Listen.
I want eyebrows.
Whatever. You can take the eyebrows. This is what I want. Let's feed her some of these women. Feed her for a little bit.
Who?
Let her eat. Shayna, let her eat. Let her get full a little bit.
Who are they going to feed her to? Everyone's they need that middle title. That's the problem. They're going to use Shayna up just for this, and then she's going to go back down again.
But then that's the thing, though. I think you gotta because you got enough women. Here's what I want you to do. You can show that Shayna Baszler is back on it. Have her have some squash matches. Maybe give her a fucking run against one of these like up and coming chicks. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe have her start going crazy and beating the shit out of women on both brands. Leave Naomi out of it because I got plans for Naomi, so I don't want her and Naomi anywhere near each other. But I want you to let Shayna Baszler just choke these bitches out. And then eventually let her choke out whoever's the champion, and then let her continue to choke motherfuckers out until you get a good baby face. I want to see choke them out, Baszler.
I know what is perfect for Baszler. Then it's literally right in front of us, and I don't know if you agree or not. I think, for example, because whoever Shayna goes with, she'll give the rub to because she makes everything look authentic. And that's why I was very intrigued with the Nia Jax. I'm like, oh, is this going to look good and everything? Because, Shayna could literally kill Nia Jax if she wanted to. And you could see in that ring who was in charge, regardless of the weight discrepancy. You saw how Shayna was, even when she was kicking Nia was like, oh, this is some real shit. I would like to see, now that Doudrop dropped that shit, Doudrop and Shayna Baszler. A big girl who can move.
But we don't want her to, no, but we don't want we don't want to feed her dewdrop yet, though.
Why?
No, because listen, dewdrop because now you're letting her go through her metamorphosis, letting her drop that damn name and become who the fuck she is. There's money behind dewdrop. You don't feed her dewdrop yet. No.
I thought she could be expendable because she is so young. She could bounce back. You know what I mean?
No, because there's money with dewdrop. We gonna leave dewdrop alone, baby. But here's what I'm saying is that let's make Shayna Baszler want just the baddest bitch walking. We don't listen. I know that Becky Lynch is the man. I get you, but let's talk real life facts. Shayna Baszler could choke out some of the dudes on the main roster for a shoot. That's just real facts. This is a fucking professional. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is someone who fought like she's fucking psychotic. So why don't hear me out? Here's instead of dewdrop.
Ooh, I got one.
Why don't we because Eva Marie's not going to be a constant on the wrestling thing. Why don't we see Shayna Baszler drag this bitch? No. You don't hear me. I mean, for no fucking reason. And then after she drags her, why don't we see her then just show up on SmackDown, right? You got Carmella and Zelina Vega in the back. Once again, this never makes it to the ring. It's just Shayna Baszler unleashed. You got fucking Zelina Vega, you got fucking Carmella in the back chilling, yada yada. This is all before the draft. Shayna Baszler decides I done fucked up a bitch on Raw. I'm about to fuck up these bitches on SmackDown. I want to let you hoes know that wherever I go, I'm the baddest motherfucker. And I'll get to the champion in a second. But I'm going to make it known to the rest of you hoes who's the number one contender. I don't even need the number one contender match because I'm taking you bitches out right back here. You don't deserve the ring with me because you can't truly stand up to me and these 2 old suit bones that I got. Because Shayna Baszler is a legitimate fucking badass. And I want to see her choke the shit out of these hoes with the exception of Naomi. You leave Naomi out of this shit because listen, you got to get Naomi away from Bianca Belair. And I mean, not on the same program because you can't. This is gonna sound crazy and stereotypical, and after I'm just shut the fuck up and let Gio talk. But
no. I know what you're going with it, but
they both have too similar. They got too much similar energy, and then they both got that sad. Like it's different, but to regular white people or people who aren't into black culture, they'll think of them as the same. So put them on two because you're not gonna team them up because you don't need to. And Naomi has proven to be a fucking star. Have you not seen when she comes out? I guarantee you that glow shit the kids fucking love. So you put her ass on Raw away from Bianca and you let her do what the fuck she's going to do. And I get it right now. You're trying to keep husband and wives together because of the whole wrestling thing. Talk to her and Jimmy or be like, listen, we'll get you niggas over there too. But right now, for professionalism, for 6 to 8 months, we got to get your wife over here so we can make her in who the fuck she needs to be. Because Naomi is a motherfucker too. Let's not get it twisted.
No, Naomi, and that's it. And I like what they're doing with the Sonya Deville thing, but like we got to get back to Raw. But I understand what you're saying, and
that's another savage. Why is she not choking bitches out? She's out here making matches. Why? She's a legit motherfucker, and obviously entertaining if you got her in the goddamn gym. Sonya Deville, yeah, she just fucking chokes him out. Sonya Deville.
Let me see. No, for real.
Yeah, for real. Sonya will fuck some of them bitches out. She won't beat up Shayna, but some of these other bitches ain't gonna have no. Oh yeah.
Let me get.
Don't get me wrong. Naomi talking shit, but like real life, Sonya would have been like, "I'm sorry, who you talking to?"
I said Sonya Deville. I said Sunny. I don't know why I said Sunny. She was at. Oh, I'm looking this up right now.
She throw hands.
Oh yeah, right? She was. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, she did throw hands.
She had a way. Literally, she didn't fight that much. It was just, but still, stepping in that cage, regardless, even as a woman,
it gives you. But I'm talking about in wrestling. I'm talking about like let's build it in wrestling. You build her as a fucking savage. But let me say something else. You know why I like Sonya Deville?
Why is she being the manager? Does she have injuries?
I don't know. I don't know why. She needs to be a wrestler. But can I tell you this though about Sonya Deville? Do you know why I like Sonya Deville? I have a feeling, and this ain't disrespectful. This is real facts. I think Sonya Deville fucks some of the baddest bitches. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that right now she's with Seth Rollins' ex-girlfriend. That's who she's fucking with. Sonya Deville.
Pull Seth Rollins' ex-girlfriend. I gotta see this.
Okay, but
the one that leaked all his wiener photos and stuff.
No, that was another chick.
Little Pecker Seth.
Son, that's what we called in my house. So yes, I mean, it was not impressive.
And here I was like, damn, no, man. Like, no, he's like 6'2". I looked at it, 5'11". I was like, ugh.
Yeah, no. It's like, that it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, I think this is.
Let me see. Pull it up.
Let me see. Yeah, hold on. Matter of fact, you know what? Instead of doing that, I should do this. I should
Sonya
do.
Deville look like she looked like she spits ill game too. She could get.
I think she gets some of the better.
And if she wanted the dudes, I feel like she could persuade them to be like, yo.
Yes, she could. If I was single with Sonya was like, yo, what it is, I'm like, okay, we could do this.
Something about that suit, something about that black suit. I'm like, okay, girl. I see you.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, no, yeah. Sonya Deville's fucking bad as shit. Hold on, let me see. I think is this. There we go. Sonya Deville, Seth Rollins. So
are they cool though, Sonny and?
I think okay. So maybe this is Sonya because maybe Sonya and this girl broke up. But yeah, I know that this girl is dating Sonya. Like was I don't know if she still is or was dating Sonya Deville. And I'm pretty sure that's Seth Rollins' ex-girlfriend. I just think Sonya Deville is fucking one. She's really attractive, but two, I think she's just fucking bad.
Sonya Deville, so that's why I fucking she like will drink any girl under the table and eat any girl under the table. That's
that's aggressive, but I ain't mad at it. Now listen, so back on Raw, like you said, because fucking even though
listen, hey, don't give me that look. First of all, last week we were talking about what's his name, Austin Theory with booty cheek spread and all this stuff. Don't look at me crazy.
He fucking
no. And you said to me, and I quote, "Oh, Gio, you really are straight. You really."
That was. It was obviously a joke, but you know what I'm saying. But it was like, oh, you didn't hear about that? Okay, but no. I'm not. I wasn't giving you that look like that. No, I was just doing this because I'm looking at this next match.
Who was it? I forget. What are we on?
Mansoor Mustafa versus Humberto and Angel Garza.
Oh, we finally see Andrew Garza. Where the fuck has he been?
I don't know. I like Angel Garza, but can we just make him a single star?
Get
rid of Humberto. Humberto sucks. Yeah. He's boring. Just fucking Angel Garza. Let him be a guy somewhere.
First of all, Garza,
get him away from this dreck.
They don't even mention like he was gone. They made it seem like he was just there last week. Like
he's like, oh, Angel Garza's back. Like, nigga, where you been, son?
Yeah. He said, yo, I gotta go to the store. I gotta get some milk. That's what he did, and he never came back.
And I'm not saying fire Humberto. I'm just saying, could you put him on Smackdown? Fucking put him on NXT again. Look up at the gimmick. There's something you can do with them, but just let Angel Garza fucking be Angel Garza for fuck's sake. And Mansoor and Mustafa, there's something there with both of them. And I don't think it's there with them together. You know what I'm saying? I think Mustafa Ali is a bad enough man that you could make him a good like a great mid-card talent who will then eventually naturally evolve into a main event guy
and a baby face at that.
Well, actually, you could do either way because guess what? He's a great baby face, but then he's so overtly attractive. He can still be a great heel because he just looks like it's like I'm just betting you, motherfuckers.
I'm just telling you,
I take your wives, but I like
the problem with him is this. You can't have him be a mentor to someone when he's only been here for 30 seconds.
Yes. That's what the whole Mansoor thing sucks.
Yeah, I'm like, this don't work. But I'm not going to lie. I kind of speed searched this shit. I was like, oh, we here? Okay. I said, all right. I had to move on. And then I had to go on to Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley.
I speed searched that shit because I knew
I didn't because I was fucking, finally, they put the nail in the coffin on the tag champions on what's I see I even forget their names. Natalya.
Tamina and Natalya. They got hurt, and then by the time they came back, WWE probably had other plans.
Yeah, I mean, they said, cool story. You guys gonna be 0-5 the past 5 weeks, and here now you drop the titles. They did that, and this is what's really messed up about WWE is that the disrespect for, like we talked about previous episodes about tag champions. Like, damn, you can't get a tag championship for SmackDown. They got to go to both shows. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, that's fucked up. Like, that's showing the value that how they do not value the women's division. They really don't, because they don't have an intercontinental title. so they don't have that mid-card division. So you know what? Let's have a mid-card tag. That's how they get the brunt of their matches. A majority of female matches, female athlete matches in the sports entertainment world is a squash match because of some fucking beef and catering, or it's the tag team championship. That's it.
No, but they do let the Raw Women and SmackDown Women's Championship matches go. They let them cook.
But that's the problem, because now, like, if you're not at the top going for the championship, you're just sitting there and you're having these stupid squash matches between each other. Look at Carmella and what's her name? Zelina
Vega?
No, not Zelina Vega. The other the
one. Carmella and Bianca?
No, not the one that Carmella has the beef with. She that was just on SmackDown. Remember, she almost broke
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. This is a squash match. Who cares?
And Tony Storm. Jesus Christ.
Tony Storm. Oh yeah. I found out about Tony Storm. Not even that. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah.
I found out about Tony Storm in NXT, and I was like, Tony Storm can wrestle.
Yeah.
Tony Storm can go. But then it sucks because they have to get a middle title for these women, so they
have they ever had a middle title ever? No, right? It's just been the women's championship. I know, why don't they?
Just you got a middle title for everything else, right? Come on, WWE equality in this bitch. So all right, so then you had Rhea Ripley and NXT Nikki ASH. They won the title. I personally speed searched it. All right, let me be honest with you. I watched this segment with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Yes, I did.
And I wish I didn't. It's fucking like, come on, give me something new. Give me something, baby. Come on. Like it wasn't the playground thing. I'm you know what I'm hoping the whole time I was listening, to me and watching it. I'm hoping that because the way that Charlotte Flair was talking, that Alexa Bliss is going to get back to kind of being Alexa Bliss and getting away from, this character a little bit. And the reason I'm saying that is I don't know how she's not pulling how real, like her and Charlotte Flair did not look good. The same when you look at the demon, and Roman Reigns, there's something about it. Looks like somebody's playing, and then it looks like somebody's serious. You see what I mean? Like no one has the Undertaker vibes. Like, and then without Bray Wyatt there, that actually leads less credibility to Alexa Bliss's gimmick in my mind. Because at least Bray could get away with that shit. Yeah, but for some reason, this Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, it was like you just felt like Charlotte was eaten. I felt like Charlotte ate her alive.
I think it works for Alexa Bliss, and here's why. And we talked about it last week, is that Alexa Bliss is tiny. So these weird, creepy things that she does, it kind of works for her. It does. I think it should be toned down a little bit and be more tasteful. You don't got to act like, a child and being on the playground.
Make her psychotic.
Yeah, make her crazy. Give those remember Aleister Black, Malachi Black. He had like this he had this ego like
a split person. Yes.
Yeah, Tommy N. Like that would be perfect. Get away from the dollhouse shit and be a little you don't gotta wear all jet black and shit like that and look like Liv Morgan or look like what's her name now? In NXT. She just Mandy Rose. You don't gotta look like that. Still be you, but like a Darby Allin. Something like that would work for her. Little like she's about her business and she could move and be crazy and it would work. The kid shit, the Playhouse, Firehouse Play, whatever the fuck it's called. It's once Bray Wyatt left, there was no direction for her anymore because he was the storyteller. There's just a hold now.
No offense, and I know people are gonna get mad at this. And I'm probably gonna piss off my boy Brandon who fucks with us. My bad, Brandon. I'm apologize now. But me personally, I like Harley Quinn and the Joker. Or I like the Joker. But I'm not a strict Harley Quinn fan. Not to say that she's not a badass. But what I'm stating is that the way that Alexa Bliss's character came from fucking Bray and then it ended in a weird way. Don't get me wrong, last week, I know I said that, the whole thing with fucking good for her character. But then obviously things have to change people. And then when I'm looking at her and Charlotte Flair in there, I just was like, this doesn't. It looks a lot better than Nikki ASH. Don't get me twisted. A lot better than Nikki ASH. But you got to give her, if you're gonna have her in this gimmick, let her kill people.
One thing, it's the yeah, I agree. There's certain people, like, gimmicks need to die when you no longer have that partner anymore. It's like, look at the Acolytes, APA, right? JBL Bradshaw tried to be Bradshaw for a bit in singles, and then he turned into John Bradshaw Layfield. You have to reinvent yourself. You can't. I'm not going to watch Keenan and Kel and just see Kel. I need both of them.
The issue, the thing is, and I think here's what's probably going through their mind is that, oh, everybody's like, oh, well, look at, like, you know, Kane and the Undertaker, but then people have to remember that storyline with the Kane and the Undertaker, one, that was finished. The issue is that, like,
they were never partners in the beginning.
Exactly, they were foes. But the issue is that we seen these two together, then we see her fuck him over, and then you release him. So there's a whole part of her section that is kind of like, huh?
It was like, rough, and now
too. You're just, yes. I don't get me wrong. I know I'm backpedaling people, and I apologize. I like the gimmick, but you gotta either make her more deadly, or, like you said, tone the bitch down. Not her. I'm not saying her, but I'm just talking about the play. Like, tone it down. I'm
or
not saying that.
No, have it.
Let her have the dog. Like, but come on,
have it in spurts. Like, you could do all that crazy shit, but make it tasteful in spurts. For example, yes. like how you hate AEW because, which I'm starting, like, it's gotten a lot better. I know you haven't watched it.
No. I actually, them niggas been hitting a little bit lately.
They have. I know. I'm watching the Bryan Danielson match now with Kenny Omega right now. I was like, we got a situation. Second, in the beginning when AEW was all the spinning shit and all the crazy stuff, it's like, all right, you start the top of the bill with this crazy stuff, and now it's like there's nothing left over. Do it sparingly. Time it out. Remember when the Undertaker? Remember when he got buried alive? And when he was the American Badass, and then out of nowhere, we thought it was like a glitch, right? Like the lights went out when Kane went. I was like, okay, that's weird. And they built it up for like 6 weeks, little by little, that craziness. And then when he finally came back at WrestleMania and beat Kane,
the Phenom is back, niggas.
Yeah,
same thing. He's about to kill niggas.
And I don't mean this in disrespectful way, like, but Alexa Bliss is obviously, she's not on an Undertaker level. She's not on that level. She is very good, and the sky's the limit with her. And with a gimmick like that, it has to be sparing. The reason it worked for the Undertaker is because he was consistent with it throughout his whole career for the most part. He shook it up for, I would think, a good 3-year span. Then he went back. You can't have Alexa Bliss have this gimmick, and then a year from now it's gone. So they need to do it in a tasteful way so it doesn't get boring.
Here's something else too. WWE has to have a conversation with their other stars and what do we want from you in regards to this gimmick? They have to protect the gimmick in the sense of, the Undertaker's gimmick wouldn't be anything if if he wasn't able to put the fear of God into people. Like, even when you had the dead man going against Stone Cold Steve Austin, you see what I mean? There was still Stone Cold still a badass, but he would still be like, oh, it's the dead. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have to have that underlying sense. Whereas when I look at the Demon and Roman, and I look at Alexa and Charlotte, if I was Roman, I'd be looking at Finn Balor like, Nick, get the fuck out of my face. And if I'm Charlotte, I'm looking at fucking Alexa Bliss like.
But that's what if that's what WWE wants us to think? They think we know everything as fans. They do. They're playing it against us. Think about it. Because of social media, we hear from, reports are saying, Lesnar here, this, and for the most part, they are pretty correct. But what if they're actually playing with it, just like we said about Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns, like they're in cahoots with, like, obviously, the tribal chief, the wise man. What if they're making the crowd think that they didn't know Brock Lesnar was going to be there? What if WWE is going to play this to their advantage, where they think we know what's going to happen?
Gio, I respect.
Am I giving too much credit? Am I giving too much credit?
No. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, and in certain regards, I'm with you. So, like, it's potentially I can hear you. it'll be easier for me to see Alexa Bliss beat Charlotte Flair because I can believe Alexa Bliss can beat Charlotte Flair because I've seen that happen before. You see what I'm saying? So I can stomach that a lot better. I'm just talking about her actual gimmick. But in regards to the Demon beating Roman Reigns, that's just not smart business. And the reason it's not smart business is because you haven't made me believe or feel anything different. Like I said, Finn Balor does not move my dick. He doesn't make me. I don't see Finn Balor on screen. I'm just like, oh, okay, shit's about to pick up. There's none of that. It's depending on who he's fighting.
But it's wild. I put him on the same. I put him in the same bracket as Bryan Danielson. He's above average at everything, but I don't know why Finn Balor. Is it because we don't see him on TV as no? Hear me out. Is it because we don't see him at TV as much? Or what do you think it is? Why is it? Why does he seem?
What did Daniel Bryan ever do to you?
No, I like Daniel Bryan. I am a big fan. I'm a big fan of Alexander Usyk.
So we're gonna compare Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. You're gonna have the nerve, the disrespect, the gall, the moxies, the cojones, whatever you want to fucking call it. You're gonna fucking do that to Daniel Bryan. I don't think you like Daniel Bryan that much.
I do like that. He's not like Jeff Hardy, which I just speed searched with fucking Sheamus.
Hey, listen, either way, that's whatever. That's your business. But I'm just stating fucking Finn and Daniel, that's two different kind of talents, baby.
They're not on the same where they are in their careers. It's ions and different. Trust me, I understand. Bryan Danielson is a different level than Finn Balor in the WWE universe. And
niggas accountants, they don't even know each other's accountants.
They know exactly. Listen,
different tax brackets.
I'm telling you, and I understand that. But what I'm saying is, with someone like Finn Balor, he checks off all those boxes, but for some reason, something's missing. And what it is what you brought up is the fact that he hasn't slayed big dudes. He hasn't gone and beaten anyone yet, so it's not believable. Now you're just going to throw him in the title picture. Like Bryan Danielson going over to AEW, it's believable that it's like, yo, I'm coming here and I'm coming straight for the title because that's where he left in WWE. He was a main eventer. He was in the main event of WrestleMania. Having someone like Christian Cage come over is completely different. You weren't that guy in WWE. What you were that guy in TNA. So we're going to put you in this mid-card spot. So I understand that. But Bryan Danielson's believable. What I'm saying, the trajectory, even though he's 40 years old with Finn Balor, he has something. He can do it, but I don't know why they didn't pull the trigger yet and have him on this streak yet. Is it because they don't want to sacrifice their big guys because the matches are going to be made in WrestleManias now and 2 years from now? I don't know.
Yeah, but they can sacrifice some of those guys and still build them up later. Like they should definitely do what they got to do. But you're right. Fuck the whole guy. You're right. But fuck this conversation. Fuck these motherfuckers. I just fuck that whole damn thing. And like you said, we must absolutely speech search the next shit of Jeff Hardy and fucking Sheamus. Speech
but
search
one good thing. One wild thing. Sheamus broke his nose again right after he took the mask off.
Did he really? For real?
Yeah, it was. I was like, what? I'm like, wait, did he break it? He was bleeding from the nose, and you see, it was like he broke it again. Yo, the luck of this guy. Because I stopped it. I was like, wait, why is his nose bleeding? Is this like a joke now? No, it was swollen, and I was like, oh, he broke his nose.
I know he is bad as hell. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
He even wrote because he's like, Jeff Hardy broke my nose again. Damn, Jeff, you an asshole. But then Jeff broke I know. Like, how you give him a receipt again? And then he had to go, and then Damian Priest was there. It's the whole shebang. It is what it is. Oh, this was the stipulation though, and this is why I don't give a fuck about it. If Jeff Hardy won, he was added to the match.
Now it's a triple threat. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and maybe they added him so that way he could get the pin. Like that way they can that way fucking
Sheamus doesn't lose.
Yeah, hopefully. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping.
Jeff Hardy wins,
let's go. I'm sorry, 14-7 right now, New York Giants. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, now back going to wrestling. So now in our good old main event of the WWE Raw, as Big E would say, you want your 30-minute classics. You want your technical bouts. We don't got none of that. We got big men slapping big me. You got Big E,
Man, slapping Big B.
we got Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns in a goddamn triple threat matchup. Match was great though. All jokes aside, these motherfuckers could go. Good match, what you expected. I personally,
I was happy with the ending.
I was not. I wanted Bobby Lashley
everyone
to beat everyone up.
No, but it saves face. It saves face. You can't, because if one of them won decisively, it kind of fucks the other brand. So if Roman Reigns won clean, Bobby Lashley, Bobby looks weak, Big E looks weak, whatever the case is, it doesn't matter, or vice versa.
No, I'm fine with the ending, but I just want, afterwards, I wish it was more of like when Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, when John Cena won the match, but no one gave a fuck about that because after the match, Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him at that SummerSlam. That's what I mean. Roman could have won.
Okay.
I'm not mad at Roman. Okay, Roman has to. It's Roman. Roman wins. Okay, that's fine. No one actually. It's not crazy to any of those guys. What was supposed to happen is that even though Roman wins, he wins in a way that Bobby Lashley is able to kind of like come back like in a relatively short time while they celebrate. It's kind of like, motherfucker, and he fucks Roman up. He fucks Bobby Lashley again. The ending should have been Bobby Lashley standing. He should have beat the shit out of both of them niggas at the end of this shit. He was like, nigga, you thought that, nigga, you get eat my dick. Yeah, you won the match, but fuck you, motherfucker. I won the war, bitch. I'm Bobby Lashley. I'm the Almighty. You know who the fuck I am?
Bobby Lashley's in this in between now because he's no longer, in my eyes, I'm looking at him like he doesn't seem like a heel anymore. He's like in this limbo spot now because Roman came like uber heel from Smackdown, right? And you got Big E. It's almost like he's like this vigilante now, right in the middle. I don't got my title, but this dude's coming here from Smackdown, and then Big E stole my shit, but everyone's loving him. Fuck that. He's almost like the Punisher right now. He's like right in the middle, or Daredevil. What do it? Yep,
just let him beat the shit and let him fuck everyone up.
Because how long is MVP out of? Because he hurt it. He hurt his knee, right?
Only a few weeks. MVP will be back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He'll be back doing what he do. Even they got to get his ass a scooter. You know what I'm saying? But let's go on to the Smackdown, as Pat McAfee would say. Listen to people. I would say if anyone here is listening as a sports fan, y'all should check out the Pat McAfee show. I get it, you got your ESPN and then the Fox Sports and whatever. But fucking the Pat McAfee show, when it comes to sports, especially football, them boys got some really good content over there. Shout out to them boys. Now back on to the Smackdown. This is how we start out. Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. It was awesome. I love the back and forth, especially the shit that Bianca was talking about. Like, yeah, you were watching my career. I did everything you did in a quarter of the time. I was just put some respect on my name. I was like, oh, Bianca.
Yeah, but I thought right there, Becky had me thinking. It's like, oh, no one celebrated when I came back after giving birth. I'm like, oh, she's making some good points. And she's like, and I won it in record time. I was like, ooh, it was getting interesting. You know what I mean? It was almost, you heard the crowd kind of, it was like, oh shit. Then Becky realized like, oh shit, I'm winning them over. She had to go back into heel mode. You know what I mean? But then too, I would say that Bianca got a little heelish.
Yeah, I think people forget Bianca was a very, 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 very deadly and nasty heel in NXT.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair had an attitude. Bianca Belair didn't give a fuck. Bianca Belair was bigger than you. She was stronger than you. She was faster than you. And she was going to impose her will upon you.
The biggest, the strongest, the fastest. Yep. There we go.
Bianca Belair. So I think what happened was they both kind of like, for a second was like I think Bianca in her mind was like, bitch, do you know who the fuck I don't give a bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the energy I got. And then you got Becky like, I signed $1 million a year contract in this motherfucker. Like, I get paid like fucking Roman. Like, what's up, bitch? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you better put some respect on my name. Like, they're giving me really good feels. I like their feud a lot. It's really good. It sucks that Bianca's not going to win it, but I hope they do it well.
I think that I don't for any update. Have you heard anything where Sasha Banks is or anything?
I don't know where Queen Sasha Banks is at. I can't wait for Her Majesty to come back.
You think she comes back at Extreme Rules and she screws over Bianca Belair?
Or does she come back at or does she come back for the Queen of the Ring tournament that they're going to be hosting soon?
What, in Crown Jewel? Is that in the Crown Jewel?
I think that's the semifinals at the Crown Jewel. I don't know. Maybe we do see her tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't send me your cock.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'll send you that. I'll send you the Cox information. I'll send you that after this is over with. My bad. It's funny enough. I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was like, I don't think
because I was like this. I was thinking of like what stream will I find? And I was like, oh shit, I forgot you gonna.
And yeah, for tonight. Yeah.
What time does that shit start? 8 o'clock?
8 or 7, something like that.
7. I hate when they do. I got shit to do.
You know what I would prefer. Honestly, let's call a spade a spade. Fuck all this Sunday pay-per-view shit.
Yes, when it was but here's the problem. Actually, no, this would be the solution. Remember, like when something like the UFC, like when Khabib was fighting in Abu Dhabi, they had it like at 2 p.m. on a Saturday. I love UFC or MMA or boxing because if it's over the pond, right? I would like it if it's just in the day and it ends like at 5. And then it opens up the weekend, it opens up the evening for WWE. You finish with that nice cherry on top. But no, Vince says, no, the kids need something to talk about in school on Monday.
Yeah, and they could do that fucking if you do it on Saturday because they can't see each other till Monday. Even if they're fucking, it doesn't matter. Fuck talking about it on Monday. You got all this goddamn social media interaction, all this text messaging and instant messaging and watching it on the goddamn screen. Fuck, I would like, goddamn, I would love to have like, you get the fight part and shit like that. It's like, it's hard for me to, like, for instance, shout out to the homies at the Jabatias podcast, but they host this event down in the city on every fucking wrestling, every AEW pay-per-view, fucking WWE, NXT, It don't matter. They host a live viewing thing at this bar. You go buy tickets, get good food. It's one hell of a time. But it's hard for me to conceptualize it because it's like, this shit's on Sundays. I have shit to do the next day. Like, it's different if I'm on my vacation shit, but come on, son. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I agree wholeheartedly. It's almost like a damn, you're excited, right? And then you're like, at the end of it, you're like, damn, I got school. I got work the next day. Like, it's like, like when you're at a party or something like that, like back when you were younger and stuff like that, you're happy. And then all of a sudden, like, the real world hits you like, damn, I really got homework. Or like you got that pit in your stomach, like you got important shit to do. Like, that's what happens. And it's like, bro, just put them shits on Saturday. It would make my life so much more. And look, here I'm complaining, right? Look, I have school. I'm a full-time student. Thank you to the GI Bill. Appreciate you, Uncle Sam. I go to school.
Thank you for your time of service.
Hey man, just
I think you earned it. So there you go.
Thank you, man. I'm awkward.
So don't say thank you to the GI Bill.
I'm like Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby. Like I don't know, do my hands. Your service. I like turtles. Cool.
Well, no, I'm just saying thank you for your service in the sense of like no reason to say thank you to the GI Bill. Like I think that's the least of what they should be doing. But that's a different conversation, different podcast.
Yeah, I know. I have school Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hear me out. It sounds like, oh wow, just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That sounds like a breathe. I'm in class on Tuesday 9 to 6. Wednesday, I'm in lab. It's 2. But these off days, Sunday. But before the podcast, what I tell you, hey, can we run a little way? I'm doing schoolwork all day. I'm studying. Monday, I got study groups. I got lab groups. I have all these things. So I just want a Saturday to be that day for me. Like, you know what? I don't have to worry about meeting my classmates. I don't have for you. I don't want to worry about waking up and making dead bodies look sexy. You know what I mean? There's all these things that you don't want to. You know what I mean?
That's what we do. And,
yo, your memes be killing me. I'm like, I don't know this world, but I like it. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I know sometimes
I don't know what it means, but I love it.
There are some of them I'm like, oh, I can't post. Like there was this one meme that was.
You better put me on your close friends. I need to see.
No. You know what? I don't even post to the close friends. If there's some
now there's a reason.
That's why they have close friends.
that's why you gotta do it. You gotta, you know,
I gotta do this. I'll show y'all into the world.
put some Austin
the funny
Theory on there.
memes.
You know what I'm saying? Put some little.
I won't do that.
Throw some
I won't.
Ricochet for me. Hey. Look at my eyes. Hey, don't do it. You know.
Amazing. But oh yeah, no, I can never look at Austin Theory the same. But yes, so Ricochet's different.
On.
Like, I you know what I'm saying? But Austin Theory, I'm just like, I think you like dudes. All right, so let me tell you what else.
Shinsuke and Apollo Crews next.
That's about to. And speed search. That's what I'm about to say. I speed search this.
I was half paying attention. I was making note cards while I was doing it. It was just because like maybe some crazy shit. Maybe Apollo Crews gets the title on Smackdown. Like maybe, you know what I mean? Just
Apollo too.
Yo, but like I like Shinsuke, but he needs the break. And I like Rick. Boo. I love the theme song. I like, but they need to do separate things now because it's too much for me. Nakamura can stand on his own 2 feet, and because he's a great competitor and he can move, and being so undersized, and because he tells such a story, he don't gotta look the best. First of all, that motherfucker could really fight. I think he's like 8-2 or 8-3 in MMA. He fought in MMA. He's a great martial artist, so he
throws hands. He
makes it look believable. But you got to get Rick Boogs away from him playing the guitar, and then Shinsuke being all seizuring and stuff like that. Like they gotta do something.
Let's be honest. Here's my issue with it. I'm not too mad about the Shinsuke and Boogs thing. It's whatever.
But you're not the star out of Boogs anymore.
I'm not the biggest Shinsuke fan, but I appreciate his art. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I appreciate him. I'm not the biggest fan of him. Here's my issue. You had Apollo Crews beat Big E, right? Which is a pretty. That's a pretty. And he did this at WrestleMania.
Yep.
He beat Big E in Big E's hometown in an African drum fight, which that match was They could have been a lot more violent. But regardless, you give him the chip. Why was Apollo Crews not beating niggas' asses, fucking acting like African royalty, and just being this fucking pompous asshole?
I needed a Killmonger out of him or something, because that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, though. He was getting there, and then like I feel you cut him, you have him lose the title. Now you got him on his fucking. He's in these. He's withdrawn. Like, here's my thing with WWE. I know we want to be entertaining, but for the most part, on most of your show, but you have your comedy segment. That's with the 24/7 championship. Everything else needs to be about serious fucking business. Because this shit is serious fucking business. Like, for instance, people, the Intercontinental title, the motherfuckers who used to hold that shit. You got motherfuckers like fucking goddamn Ricky Steamboat who held that shit. You got motherfuckers like Mr. Perfect who held that shit. You got motherfuckers like Shawn Michaels before he became the Heartbreak Kid who held that. You have motherfuckers like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin who became that guys who held that title. Ken Shamrock held that title. You know what I'm saying? The legacy that the goddamn belt has, the same thing with the United States title, whatever the fuck it is, the tag team championships. It's serious business. We don't need this fucking dreck bullshit around it. And no offense, like I said, I like the Shinsuke and the Boogs. Like, it's whatever to me. But Apollo Crews is better than the way that this whole thing is shaping out to be. And somebody tell Commander Aziz, stop losing so much goddamn weight and put on some goddamn muscle. You're big as a house. Let's fucking push some heavy weights in the fucking gym.
And Commander Aziz, I'm just saying, is that hair and regulations? I don't know what the fuck's going on. How you gonna have look at Sergeant Slaughter, because Sergeant Slaughter was actually in the military, right? Yeah. He kept the persona and everything like that, clean shaven, had the mustache. You can't be a commander and all this shit like that. And they have this. It doesn't, because, for example, like if I see a military movie, right, and I see some shit and I see the rank and it doesn't look right on their age, I'm like, it's not believable to me. I can't, because, or like, for example, when they have their weapon but their fingers on the trigger, I'm like, see, they're not trained right. See, it's just to be background noise, and it's not believable to me. If you're supposed to act like a commander and things like that, if you're the commander, why is Apollo Crews telling you what to do?
Well, no, because don't get me wrong, Apollo Crews is that guy. So no. He could be the commander because I'm the supreme motherfucker. Like I am Apollo Crews,
I get it,
the
but
champion.
it's
I'm
still, but
above
he's
that.
not doing
I
commander
am
shit. He's doing
your
lacking
king.
shit.
I am your king. I'm your king. Like this is
Umas acts more like a commander in my eyes. Like I know what I have to do. Umas like that. He would be,
Almost.
I always say
Omas.
I always mess it up. Umas. I like Umas.
You have me saying it wrong. I'm like Omas. There we go. I
don't know why I thought Umas. Omas, right? So he could be like that. He's more of that. I'm not gonna say lackey role, but he's more of that. Yo, I'm just here. The big bodyguard stand here. I'm gonna fuck you up. You can't have the Commander Aziz being like this and then getting bitched out all the time. You're the commander. You need to lead by example for your troops. If that's the persona you're supposed to have.
Well, here's the thing. I think the thing is too is because the way that what they do with Omos is he is AJ Styles' personal colossus, but then also too Omos will sometimes Omos will be like that's my business associate or whatever. So it's like they got like these two things going with Omos, but the Omos is Omos, so it's kind of like whatever. But all right, let's fuck the whole goddamn thing. Then you got
you better not speed search my girl Zelina Vega.
No, Zelina won. I don't have a problem with Zelina, and I like Liv Morgan. You see what I'm saying?
They both Liv Morgan be it looked like she hurts bitches the way she.
But then you know what? But then also too, it could be because Zelina's so small.
Yeah, but she did it to Carmella. It looked believable when she hurt Carmella's nose and stuff like that.
My nose.
Yeah.
I would say if I have to compare it between her and fucking Nia Jax, Nia did a whole better job. Can I tell you what I'm sick of?
What? Let's hear it. Because you're sick of a lot.
Yeah, you know I am. That makes me so happy. You know me so well.
Mm-hmm.
I am tired of everyone and their mama having a talk show.
I speed search. I don't care. I know.
Yay!
Speed search. Happy Corbin, you have such a good character. You're fucking up with this show. It's stupid, but then again, it works with him because he plays such an asshole role. No matter whatever chicken shit to chicken salad. He does it and it makes it entertaining. But I'm tired of it. Yeah, it's entertaining. Doesn't mean I'm not tired of it. Like some people are really good at their job, but doesn't mean they like doing it. You know what I mean? You're still going to go and put that effort, and he does, and it's perfect. I'm tired of Kevin Owens. He's about to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like him with it. Like even when he talks on the mic, he stumbled over his words last week. I'm like, do you know what you're saying?
I'll be honest with you. They've fucked Kevin Owens up for me.
They're just making him the fat man Stone Cold. That's what he is. The lazy man Stone Cold.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
Why the fuck would Stone Cold or any WWE official give Kevin Owens the okay to use the Stone Cold Stunner? Let me tell you something. Kevin Owens did not earn the right to use the Stone Cold Stunner. Nope. Do you want to know why I am okay with Becky Lynch doing the goddamn rock bottom and naming it something else? It's because Becky Lynch, forgot whatever it's called, but Becky Lynch is that fucking bitch. She says she's the man. She's the fucking man. She's a dude. She can do that shit. She's a big enough star. You dog, there is nothing about you and Stone Cold that's the same. What, you both like to go in the ring and fight? Okay, that's the end of it. You don't talk like Stone Cold. You don't give off the same vibe as Stone Cold. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't like. I'm not going to diminish him because of his body, because he does look like he's a tough guy. But the way that he has been presented,
no, he doesn't.
He looks a little pudgy. Well, you're right, because his arms don't look like he does anything. You're right.
No, it's not even that. Even just looking at him and his demeanor, he don't look like for example.
No, but when he first went to NXT,
nope. I get it more like John Moxley John Moxley has that vibe to me that Stone Cold had. Like, we're going, we scrapping. I know you don't like John Moxley, but I'm saying, or when he was Dean Ambrose, he had more vibes of he could scrap. Kevin Owens, I can't take you seriously.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
You wrestling in a t-shirt.
Did you just say neither one of these motherfuckers got vibes of Stone Cold? Let's put that out there first off.
What? No, the vibes of fighting. Like, yo, we here to scrap.
I got you. Like, yeah. Like Kevin Owens don't got it. I'm sick of Kevin Owens. I don't give a they are fucking up Sami Zayn. Like, I don't once again, I don't know if it's the way that they're being presented or what the fuck is going on, but at one time I like these motherfuckers, and now it's like they are doing some dreck ass shit.
Sami Zayn, but he makes it work. The whole thing with Dominic, like the way he speaks to him, it seems believable. He's telling him, he's like, yo, like you're getting better each time. It works. It works for him. But he's just going to be a stepping stone for Dominic, I feel like, or it's just going to lead, which I hope it does, even though it's kind of fucked up to think, but it's just a storyline, is Dominic versus Ray. I think they're going to make him have beef.
I'm fine with that, but then having a WrestleMania as the blow off, and then eventually fucking somebody go tell Dominic to fucking put on some weight. But let me tell you something that the WWE needs. I think the WWE needs some real American champions. What I think the WWE needs is a really good hard-hitting feud with two up-and-coming talents, with some other talents that I think with some made talent, which I think would help all four parties involved, even if the champions retain. I think that these fellas may have to get moved to Raw for this to happen, or you got to switch the bloodline and the whole, and like, I don't know, no, you got to send these fellas to Raw. What we need is RK Bro versus the American Academy, the Alpha Academy. I'm telling you right now, because I'm telling you, Chad Gable is entertaining on the mic well enough to be able to talk this thing through. Otis is fucking Otis. Hear me out. You have two legit shooters going against a legit shooter and fucking Randy Orton, the Viper. You can't tell me that this match can't break down into some fucking mayhem.
It would be feud too.
The feud would be fucking great, because then you got fucking Chad Gable like, you're supposed to be one of us. You're out here fucking playing games, smoking your stupid pot like an asshole, and you, Randy Orton, think you're fucking cooler than everyone else. You're an asshole. Let me tell you what we fucking do, these good old boys. We get up, we fucking work out. We're better than you. We fucking look better than you. Fucking he fucking lifts more weight than you. Yeah, you and that UFC shit, that shit was nice. But yeah, what happened? You had to leave and quit. He's a fucking champion. Were you ever a champion where you were? Huh? Are you the guy? Are you the man? No, you weren't the man, Riddle. You see what I'm saying? You understand? I was a fucking Olympian. You know, I'm talking with Chad Gable. You understand who the fuck we are? You guys are fucking losers, and I hate the fact that you're disrespecting who the fuck we are and what this goddamn thing is. You see what I mean? Let these that match would be fucking wonderful.
You know what? It would never happen.
Yeah. They made your dick tickle a little bit.
It did, but you know what would never happen? But it would be the stamp of approval, and it would make them. They're legit as it is. The Alpha Academy. Imagine if they signed off Kurt Angle to manage them, even just for a little bit, and he was the manager of them. They would be like, it would seem real elite. You mean like Olympians and collegiate wrestlers, just like, yo, we're here. We're tired of this fuck shit. We're tired of these games. Yo, we're here to take. And they went. Imagine how that would be, because Kurt Angle be like, yo, I remember we talked about with Zelina Vega, right? Like, oh, look, you come with me, we'll make you win and stuff like that. But Kurt Angle's like, I know how to win. I was an Olympian. I know how to make it through and just. Dude, it takes it to a different level. And I would be okay for RK Bro to drop the titles to them and them having this reign, because a lot of the times with the titles, even with the Uso, because they don't even have matching outfits anymore, shit like that, it would bring some seriousness to the tag titles. Like, yo, it's the world heavyweight title, tag titles are the same as the universal title. It's just two dudes.
Oh my God. I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Does WWE bring Imperium up? You got
Imperium. I don't know that.
Volter.
Oh,
his fucking two gang members.
I just got into NXT, bro. Remember, I wasn't rocking with it.
Let me tell you something, Gio.
Hey, listen, I did my homework. I'm good. I watched NXT 2.0. I didn't see no Luther in them on there. So
fuck NXT 2.0, with the exception of the O Show. Okay. And I don't mean the O Show. I mean Odyssey Jones. All right. What I'm saying, and first of all, let me tell you something what I need. I need, before you send Walter to the fucking main roster, before you do that, let him get some other wins under his belt again before he takes another big L. But this is what the fuck I want. You give me big, bad, mean Walter. And you fucking give me that big, happy, fucking athletic son of a bitch known as Odyssey Jones. And you let me watch these two big bastards beat the living fuck out of each other. Could you, what? Hold it, because don't get me wrong, I want to see Walter on the main roster, because Walter's a different kind of cat. Walter's that motherfucker. But let me tell you something when it comes to this goddamn Odyssey Jones. Could you imagine you got 6'5", 405 pounds, coming from Long Island. He's big, he's mean, he's nasty, but he's happy. He does everything with a smile.
Longwood alum.
He gives you those good feels.
Alum. Yep.
Going against maybe the baddest human walking earth. Definitely the baddest man in Europe, trying to make his name known as being the baddest man in the States. I'm talking about a man who was not only the longest NXT UK champion, but I'm talking about a man who decided that he was going to be the longest reigning champion in any of WWE's modern era reign, no matter if it comes down to the WWE Championship, Universal Championship, or the goddamn tag belts, Intercontinental United States, don't matter. He had a longer reign than any modern day champion. I'm talking about this motherfucker named Walter, but I like to call him Walter. Let me tell you something. You let Big E talking about fucking, you don't want to, you just want to have big men, hitting big meat, shit like that. Fuck all that. These two motherfuckers is going to be big men killing each other and fucking bringing it. And I know that Odyssey
as fuck, looking believable.
Because here's the thing, though. Yeah, Odyssey Jones is new in the game. He's been training, but now he's new to television. Volta's been doing this for a while. You can't tell me Volta and Odyssey Jones fucking feud wouldn't be fucking money. Like, I get it. You saw how Odyssey Jones looked at. You had the him and the Duke Hudson thing, and I thought that's what they were gonna go with. But nah, fuck all that, Chief. I need Volta and Odyssey before you send Volta's ass up to the main roster with the rest of Imperium. And let me tell you something. When Walter comes to the main roster, I want to see Walter fucking everybody up. And what I need to see is a big money match with whoever the champion is on Raw, whoever that may be at that time, or fucking Walter and whoever the champion is of SmackDown. Because Walter, he's that motherfucker. Walter bad, boy. Volta. Let me tell you, have you seen Volta versus Ilya?
No, you told, and that's when I started after that match, because I started watching like
I got to give you the shit after this. I got to do it
because I remember you were talking. We were talking about like that was like the greatest match of the year and everything like that. And NXT 2.0 came out. That was like, all right, that was like the final chapter, it seemed like, and then they started this shit. So when I watched NXT 2.0, I was like, it was like it's not what I thought NXT was.
But it's interesting because, like, I know that they just changed the color scheme and changed a little bit. They're changing little things here and there, but it is a little. It's starting to get a little. It's funny because they changed the color scheme and the presentation, but it's getting a little edgier with certain.
Oh yeah. No,
so it's interesting. So I think it is, once it gets its footing, it's going to be a problem. But
and
I don't give a fuck.
But it's like, like watching Friday Night SmackDown or Raw, right? Is like, the brand of WWE sports entertainment. You know what you're getting with SmackDown. You know what you're getting with Raw. With NXT, because it's different and it's not the familiar faces, you have to. It's like going into someone's house and learning the customs and courtesies of that home. Okay, this is how they do things here. This is what happens in this world. So that's what you like. You used to suspend your belief for certain things. Like when we watch Raw, it's the same thing with NXT. It's completely different. It's still the same brand. It's like Marvel. You got the Avengers, and then you got the what the fuck their names is, Daredevil, the Punisher, and all them dudes in Hell's Kitchen. right? They're still
Yeah.
Marvel, but they run it a little differently. They're like the NXT is like that, like the dudes. Luke
Yeah,
Cage,
yeah, yeah. No, I got you.
like they're gritty,
Still bad
but
motherfuckers,
yeah,
but
yeah, but it's different. So I
But
gotta
let me tell you
I
something.
gotta feel the vibe of NXT because I haven't watched it. You know,
Once again, you know what you don't need to suspend disbelief for? Walter versus Odyssey fucking Jones. I don't give a fuck. Listen here, motherfuckers. Like, I know I just cut the promo on it before, but God, it's just hitting me more and more. Like, you got, because here's what I'm thinking, because when you have somebody as big as Odyssey Jones, you need another big motherfucker who could realistically put him in some kind of peril. And I think that there is no bigger motherfucker to put Odyssey in peril than fucking Walter. And then let Odyssey fucking eventually, like, you know, Walter, in all actuality, if you keep Walter on NXT, if they have that feud, yes, Walter should go over. But it could also help Odyssey Jones. I understand that.
he'll
But
get
what
that
I'm
rub.
trying
Yeah, he gets the rub.
exactly. But what I'm stating is if Walter did, before you send Walter out, if you plan on sending Walter out in a year, right? If you're like, okay, we're gonna leave him on NXT for a year, let him do something, then we're gonna let him go off to the main roster. Before he leaves, that full year should be making sure, or whatever that time frame is, making sure that Odyssey Jones is ready to fucking go from the fans' eyes. Not saying that, because we know if you put him in there tomorrow, Odyssey's gonna do what he's got to do. But I'm talking about in the fans' eyes. Make it so that it's like, oh, Odyssey and Walter, and let Odyssey send Walter's ass to the main roster to go fuck their lives up. But god damn it, if I don't see Odyssey Jones get chopped by Walter, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. And yes, let fucking Odyssey get the frog splash off the top on Walter too. But god damn it, I do want to see Walter chop the shit out of Odyssey. Because then you know what would have to happen? Odyssey would fucking do, I don't know if he's gonna punch, he's gonna do something to get that. Like, it would, you get two big motherfuckers like that, I expect violence. That's all I want is violence.
I'm being a dick now. I was just like waiting for the tie-in to like, so how does this tie into the Alpha Academy?
Oh shit. You know what's funny?
I was like, go on. Oh, okay.
Oh no. You want to know why? Because here's what happened. Because fucking the Alpha Academy said, oh, they could be the champion, but I'm thinking like, holy shit, you got the New Day, and excuse me, you have fucking Biggie with the reunited with the New Day now. You got the Bloodline, so you got two big strong factions. I'm saying if you keep them factions strong at the top of the card, let Walter and Imperium come, because that's his stable, his other two crazy motherfuckers, because those two are the tag team. He's the single dude. You see what I'm saying? Now we start to fucking cook, because let me tell you something about that Ring General and Imperium. The mat is fucking sacred to them. And what I'm thinking is that they may look and see, hey, listen, Roman Reigns and the Usos is up here, the New Day is up here. I think you motherfuckers are disrespectful to this ring.
Wait, so is the Imperium the dudes that they put their hands behind the back?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I watched it. They weren't NXT.
Yes,
okay.
They cooking, bro. They cooking. All I'm saying is,
I like them because they give me closet vibes, and that they whip asses. So you know.
What do you mean closet vibes? No.
Yeah. Hey.
No
one's that. Hey, listen. I think. Hey, man. Where are they from?
Not Imperium. I will not allow any blasphemous Imperium talk happen. Fucking Europe. Somewhere. Germany. It's a combination of Germany, Europe, and somewhere Germany. Maybe Germany. Maybe Holland and something. I don't know where the fuck they're from.
Finnish, look at my face. Finland. Yeah. Not at all.
I'm not gonna let any blasphemous Imperium talk.
I like them
here.
I like them. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm like, hey.
No, they like pussy and keep it so. So
is Austin Theory. So let's move on.
That one we don't know about.
Let's move on. Sonya Deville. And the beef with
back of Sonya. Yeah,
it's making Sonya look real racist. I'm not gonna lie. You're not giving the black girl the match. It's like it looks a little.
I haven't thought about it like that at all.
I'm looking at it like that. Why of everyone except the dark skinned black girl? It's like no. Hey, get out of the ring. we just don't got it for you today. It's like, it looks a little, it looks bad.
Oh my God. Are we about to get a Naomi? Is this going to lead to Naomi becoming because she can't be a heel. Like, will she become a heel?
Sonya Deville got like heel vibes already. She already did that shit. He's like,
no. But what I'm stating is this the catalyst? Because you know how like a lot of times you start to have a catalyst. So what happens if Naomi just says fuck it and just interferes in one of like the women's championship matches? It just says and beats the fuck. Listen, people, y'all know Dean. I love when somebody just gets their ass beat. But what if fucking Naomi goes in there and fucking drags some of these bitches, and then it's like, match that one, Sonya. Like, have your match now, bitch.
But who's gonna be the sacrificial lamb?
Oh,
that's the problem. We need that IC title for the girls because you can't be sacrificing one of them to make them look weak for the other one to look strong. Can't sacrifice.
I don't want to sacrifice Carmella or Zelina anymore because they've been getting their ass kicked lately. You got the Liv Morgan thing going in there. To be honest with you, here's what you do, because Naomi is, I would say, in a better position than Dolph Ziggler, but kind of like in Dolph Ziggler in the sense of like she can bounce back and forth. Like if they did have a women intercontinental title, I think that without a shadow of a doubt that Naomi would have that title a lot. You see what I'm saying? But they also could be able to still bounce between that and the world heavyweight title. So she could interfere in the women's heavyweight title match. She could interfere in a fucking segment. Like, it doesn't matter. Personally, I think they got to keep her babyface because fucking like the glow, the money, why not? You see what I'm saying? But you gotta whoever match she interferes on, whatever she does, she's gotta fucking go over some, like whoever that person is has to be a heel and she has to go over them. I don't know who you feed her.
Sonya Deville. There we go. We got a match. But even though Sonya Deville, but even though she doesn't, I don't know why she stopped wrestling, but she'll probably be the sacrificial lamb, or I can see it happening, which is fucked up.
Let her go on Raw.
They'll sacrifice Naomi.
I got you. Nah. Here's what you do.
Beat up Natalya.
Actually, I was gonna say Tamina, but
same. Because that's it. It don't matter.
One of those, but funny enough, you could have her go over one of them and then let that start to build, because those are also two established stars that Naomi could beat, and it won't hurt them.
Tread carefully, stars.
I am not about to allow any Natalya slander to happen. You can slander Tamina if you want to.
You said stars, as in both of them.
A star and Tamina. Argue with me that fucking Natalya is not one of the fucking cornerstones in that goddamn division. She's one of the ones, if anything happens and you need to slot someone in a title picture that will believe easily to do it. You can take her and put her in the mentor and mentee role and it'll fucking be believable. You can team her with another fucking second generational star who hasn't really been doing a goddamn thing in WWE and start to have something happen before she got fucking injured. I refuse to listen and hear you slander Miss motherfucking Natalya. She's a fucking savage. You understand me, dog?
You use these words very interchangeably. Natalya is on the same level as Titus O'Neil is for me.
Did he say Titus O'Neil? I think he said Titus O'Neil about Natalya. Who the fuck you talking to? Who you talking to? Who you talking about?
That's what I think.
You know what the issue? You know what?
What?
People like you make people like me seem like a bad guy. You know what the thing is? See, people look on screen, they see you're nice, you smile to people, you tell them what they like to hear, you got the clean shaven face and shit, you feel all nice and approachable. Even though they know that you choke people out and shit like that, but you're the nice guy and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then you got me, rough, fucking little bit of a vulgar guy, say what's on my mind, don't care if I hurt your feelings, fucking don't give a shit. But here's the issue between us. You're fucking violently disrespectful. And I mean in the way that I didn't even think that I myself could be. The fact that you would even say those things about fucking Natalya is astounding and amazing to me. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Who is this guy? I don't even know.
All I'm saying is
Natalya
is Natalya. Natalya, she couldn't be a star. Anyways, on to Roman Reigns versus Montez Ford. It was a good match. I thought it was a decent match. It showed Roman Reigns is he looked real ferocious, and it works well because Montez Ford sells things and he can move so fast, so it looks believable. I was a fan of the. You good? Giants fucking up.
Giants we lost. We lost fucking 17-14. We're fucking 0-3. Fucking mistakes upon fucking mistakes. I was watching the game while we were fucking recording. I've seen like a little certain shit, and there was some issues. We had fucking fumbles.
Look,
we got fucking turnovers.
Giants are
fucking
like Natalya with the tag team championships.
You.
It's like Italian.
Fuck you, dog. This is bullshit. This is disrespectful. I don't even know what the fuck is going on anymore. Please continue about the fucking goddamn the main event of this motherfucker. Roman Reigns going against Montez Ford.
It was a standard match, solid match. I liked it. I liked the ending because that's what I'm saying is like I don't think that I almost said the Fiend. Excuse me, the Demon Finn Balor. I don't think he's gonna win the title, but I think they'll save face with him, as you said, is like someone will interfere and take away Finn's chances of winning at Extreme Rules, right? There'll be some tomfoolery. It made it more believable him coming out as the Demon right now and actually whipping some ass, which is like, it added some believability to it compared to the other day where he just stood there looking like the boogeyman and just staring at Roman Reigns. I liked what they did because it's almost like win-loss, win-loss. So this night on Friday Night Smackdown, the Demon won because he cleared everyone out. And now it makes it more realistic and believable that Roman Reigns will win on Sunday. But it will be some tomfoolery, I think. It will not be a clean victory.
Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, Roman Reigns was winning regardless, dog. You understand me?
But now there's a reason to save Finn Balor. Before we're like, damn, they're gonna fuck Finn Balor over again. That's all I'm saying.
I still think this didn't do anything to me. I looked at it and was like, oh, grab ass, fuck out of here. Let's speed search to this, get to their match, speed search to the end of it. When Roman wins, let's see if Brock comes out and something happens. That's where I'm at with that.
You better answer your phone. Don't treat me like a side bitch.
I'm not about to
during the matches. You better.
Oh, tonight? Yeah. I'm actually gonna be fucking watching the matches, but we got Sunday Night Football too, dog. So I got to go back and forth between the two.
And send me the cock.
Like that. I'm gonna send it to you at the end of this match. At the end of Jesus Christ. At the end of this recording, I'm gonna send you.
It's like a match because you getting all heated about Titus O'Neil. I mean Natalya over here. So.
Well, listen, people, we have covered SmackDown. We have covered Raw. We have even talked to you a little bit about the dark side of the ring. We're about to end it because honestly and obviously, my co-host is on some fucking bullshit. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Natalya, you, ma'am, are a fucking savage. You are one of the goddamn greats. You're definitely going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Deservedly so. And you're a fucking savage. I said before. One other thing before I fucking let my co-host says whatever the fuck he's about to say to send me up a fucking wall. Listen here, people. We want you to like, share, and subscribe this shit. And then also put out your hashtags. Odyssey Jones versus Walter. Do it. And then put Odyssey Jones versus Walter, no sell. So that way people know where you got this shit from. We want to see big motherfuckers try to kill themselves and kill each other.
I want to see big meat slapping big meat. That's what I want to see. Okay?
6'4", 307 pounds versus 6'5", 405 pounds. That's what we here for.
Solid ass pounds.
Jesus Christ. That was so terrible.
Solid ass pounds.
Pause for the homie Odyssey Jones because we both know Odyssey. So pause for Odyssey.
I know, I like him. I think he has the look too, and like
no. We definitely like him. No, I was saying just pause because the big just giving him the pause because he's from Long Island, so we got to give him the pause. No.
My saying for now on will be like I said. My saying is it will be I ain't gay, but I didn't say I wasn't not that gay. Whatever the meme I say. But yo, before we close out, I need to get something. It's important to me. It's important to my brothers. So my two brothers, my younger brothers, Gerard and Mark Anthony. Gerard, young adult, 22-year-old kid. Mark Anthony, only 15. They started their own podcast. It is called the Mac versus Zach podcast.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So my brother Gerard, he is a diehard New York Jets fan. Like, he's going to school for journalism. Like, when I say diehard, we have a family group chat. He'll just start writing us saying how he feels about the Jets or something that happened in the game. He'll be like this, thank you. Like, bitch, did you just make a speech? I don't know what you're doing. He's that diehard. But okay. How about this? My 15-year-old brother from Long Island, New York, grows up in Long Island. He's a Patriots fan. Cardinal sin. Exactly. That look. He's a Cardinal sin. So they have a podcast, two brothers living under the same house. One's a Patriots, one's a Jets fan. So what it is called the Mac versus Zach podcast. The reason for it is Mac Jones and Zach Wilson, both the candidates and draft picks for the Jets and the Patriots. So if you're a big football fan and you want to hear bickering and you want to hear two brothers going at it, just knowing it, being so young and understanding the sport, and just support podcasts. We all support one another in this game. Please go subscribe to the Mac versus Zach podcast. It is available on Spotify.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hold on, you said your brother's Mark Anthony, and what's your other brother's name?
Gerard.
Gerard is 15.
Gerard is 22.
Oh, Gerard.
He's the one that's a Jets fan.
That's the one I want to talk to real fast. All right, Gerard, because I'm pretty sure you're going to hear this.
Gerard. There we go.
Yeah. Here we go, sir. Yeah, this whole like the Zach Wilson thing.
Let him know. Let him know.
I don't know if Zach Wilson sucks, because it could be the Sam Darnold thing. I don't know. But then who do they have there? Who's the head coach?
Hold on.
Anthony Gus.
Wait, or whatever. Speak to him real quick. Say it again.
So hold on. So now for you New York Jets fans out there, right? I wanna put something out there for you. Now, the goddamn who is their coach? The what is the man's name?
Dude, you know I don't watch football.
You're right. Well, either way, there happens to be a curse around this man. No, it's the true facts, because if you realize that everywhere that he leaves, when he leaves there, they win a fucking championship. Now, you look at what happened to Sam Darnold. They just traded him down there to Carolina. It's a little hot and cold yet. We can't make the decision yet. But when we're talking about Zach Wilson, the man who threw 5 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think it was 5 interceptions last week. It's not looking too good, dog. The New York Jets historically, for years, and I mean for fucking years, have tremendously been fucking horrendous, except for like those 2 or 3 years that they had under fucking Rex Ryan. I'm not stating that the New York Jets are a horrendous organization. I'm stating that Woody Johnson needs to sell the Jets for the Jets to have any kind of hope to do anything positive. You've got one championship within your whole goddamn career, thanks to goddamn Joe Namath. And let's be honest, Broadway Joe was all right, but we look at the numbers, he wasn't like the best. You got the one, that's all you got. Fucking, you went to the AFC Championships, but under the goddamn Rex Ryan, I haven't seen or heard side or snide from you motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. The last badass motherfucker, the Jets really that came out of the Jets, is going to be the Hall of Fame, but the next one you got is Nick Mangold. That's the next one up. The Jets, honestly, besides that, y'all ain't really got nothing. And you haven't had nothing for the longest time. And let me tell you something else to your other brother, Mark Anthony. Mr. Mark Anthony. Hey, dog. I know the Giants, we haven't been doing too well. We haven't been doing much or nothing. But, hey, them 2 that you lost recently, what's up, dog? And something else, too. I understand everybody's loving Mr. Jones. I hear you. Right? And if he continues to work out the way we think he's going to work out, it's going to look like it's a good choice. But before we knew what went down and the way the play was going, I'm surprised that Cam Newton wasn't at least, he didn't play out this season. A little interesting they got rid of Cam so fast. Very interesting. I wonder why in good old New England. I'm not stating that they racist over there, but they just seem a little racist over there with how they work. Now, either way, we going to check. I know I damn sure will, because I like the foosball. I like football. But I just had to have a conversation with your brother who's a Jets fan, because I just never understood. Why? They haven't been good since you've been alive. You've had like 2 good years. At least when I was growing up, I had like, there was, the Giants lost to the Super Bowl. They got their ass beat in the Super Bowl to the Ravens, but at least we got there. And then I was also able to see 2 championships under Mr. Eli Manning. He ain't the greatest quarterback, but hell, I'll take him. He got me 2. No matter if they were lucky or not. Shut the fuck up. I still got my 2. But you, sir, Gerard, why? God bless your soul, young man. God bless your soul. And honestly, you're going to have a hell of a future. You want to know why? Because not a lot of people want to cover the Jets, and it seems like you do it with flair. So guess what? You're going to get that niche Jets community behind you, and you're going to fucking do it. You're going to be bigger and better than Fireman Ed ever was. I'm talking about Max Kellerman could never be who Gerard is going to be, all because the Jets will never be good. And everybody's going to love you that you stuck with them. And you know what's going to be sadder? That they're going to win on his fucking deathbed. He's going to be this big time. He's going to be this big time reporter. He's going to fucking have won SB awards for coverage and shit like that. Fucking even have fucking announced a few games for him and shit like that. And then he's going to be fucking 90 years old. He's going to have his wife around him, his fucking kids, the fucking grandkids, great big house in Long Island. And then fucking they're going to be like, oh, Papa, they won. And Papa ain't going to be. He's going to have died right before they fucking won the goddamn thing.
Damn.
Yeah, I said what I said. And then your other brother, Mark Anthony, he's going to be swimming in championships because Bill Belichick and them boys are going to cheat their way to the top. You best believe me. I'm sorry. But I will be checking out their podcast. I just happen to hate both teams. But I like some football.
On that note, it's been fun, man.
It's been very fun. This has been a very hilarious episode.
Yep.
But definitely y'all go make sure you check out the Zach and Mac podcast, wherever you get your podcast needs at on all your streaming platforms.
Mac and Zach podcast. Mac and Zach. Mac
that's Zach. It's Mac and Zach. Well, you know what?
Mac, you said Zach versus Mac. It's Mac versus Zach. So
but you know what? That's smart because Mac Jones is clearly superior to fucking Zach. Because Zach fucking blows. He doesn't even suck good dick. He sucks donkey dick. All right, people. This has been the No Sell Podcast. We're out this bitch. I want Walter versus fucking Odyssey Jones. Give it to me as fucking Batista said. Give me what I want.